G'day guys, how's it going? It is JarradHD here. Welcome back to another speed rebuild on the channel, and today we are joined by a very special guest. Welcome to the channel, BMonus.
Oh, I'm so thankful you didn't introduce me as Rice Gum this time.
Oh, yes, that was. I'm a changed man, B. I'm a changed man. I got a lot more respect for the Chinese god.
He's Vietnamese, but it's all good.
I'm talking about you.
Oh, thank you, man.
Why would I call Rice Gum a god?
I don't know. This is true. This is true. But thank you, man, so much for bringing me on. We've done this, what was it, almost like a year ago with the transfer troubles, and it's great to be back, man.
Yeah, it's great to have you back. But today, guys, we're going to be doing a North London derby speed rebuild. So on my channel, we're going to be speed rebuilding Arsenal. And then over on B's channel, we're going to be speed rebuilding Tottenham. So definitely go and check that out. And I mean, if you haven't heard of B, what are you doing? Go and check out his channel. Hit that subscribe button. One of the most creative career mode YouTubers on the platform. So definitely get around him. But today, of course, as we said, Arsenal. So if you are unfamiliar with the rules of the speed rebuilds, it is really simple. Normally, we have 10 minutes in the transfer window to make as many transfers as possible, but today, we are trying something out, trying something new, experimenting with it. We're going to be taking it to a 5-minute timer, trying to see what sort of chaos we can do, and really put each other under the pump and see who is the more skilled negotiator, I guess you could say. How are you feeling about that, B?
I'm ready, man. My confidence is an all-time high. I watched you with Ches. He seemed like a humble man, but I'm American. We ain't about that humble shit. All right? I'm gunning for the GOAT spot.
You're coming for the crown. I'm not going to let you.
I will say, though, the last couple of these I've lost. So
let's hope that trend continues, my friend. But continuing on with the rules. So 5 minutes to make as many transfers as possible in the opening transfer window. Then we will have 3 guesses at trying to guess who the other competitor has signed. So I'm going to have 3 attempts at seeing who B signed. B's going to have 3 attempts at seeing who I signed, vice versa. It's all going to be very, very interesting. If you get any of those guesses correct, you have to release the player on the spot. So that can really make for some scenes. But then we're going to simulate all the way to the end of the season and see who finished higher in the Premier League table. The winner of the Premier League, or the winner of the highest spot in the Premier League, will be the winner of the speed rebuild unless you win the Champions League. Now, Arsenal not in the Champions League this year, so what we've done, we've both put Arsenal into the Champions League and swapped them with Chelsea. No real reason why we chose Chelsea, just luck of the draw. So Chelsea fans out there, don't get too angry with me, but Chelsea and Arsenal have been swapped so that we can compete in the Champions League. So if you manage to win the Champions League, as we said, that is the wild card and you will be the winner. And it has happened a few times, B, so I'm hopeful that it can happen for me, but definitely not for you.
Or we both win the Champions League. That it goes to point total?
It goes to whoever won in whoever finished in the Premier League. So if we both win the Champions League, that becomes redundant.
All right, well, I guess we'll see. I don't think that's ever happened before, so.
It has not, and you put me on the spot there, so I had to quickly think of what actually happens when that happens. But regardless, we're gonna jump straight into it. B, I'm gonna get my stopwatch up right now.
All right.
And get the 5-minute timer. Is that a microwave I hear in the background?
No, yo, old school. I got a timer here too.
It sounded like a microwave. I thought you were cooking up some food for us.
It makes a similar noise, you know.
Anyways, we will get it up. 5-minute timer. B, are you ready?
I am ready.
In 3, 2, 1, timer is underway.
5 minutes, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm not used to this. I'm so used to the 10 minutes, so I'm gonna have to be really, really focused now to see what I can do. And really, I've had a thought. We've both shortlisted players that we were considering, so we're really gonna have to just jump in and go straight for it. We'd be in big trouble if we hadn't even thought about who we wanted to sign.
Yeah, that is definitely true. I have an advantage because I've been through this twice. I'm cool and calm underneath this pressure.
So maybe you've got the advantage now, because normally I'd be the one with the advantage, but I'm in trouble. I just got to accept this. I'm trying to stuff around over a small little transfer sum. I've got to accept that. I think you'll appreciate my name, by the way, my manager name. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I feel like you'd appreciate it. You and your fans would appreciate it.
If I'm known by the fat moniker as the moniker of the fat Asian, it would only be right if you are known as the fat Australian.
That's what I was going to do. I thought about that. I thought the TFA rolled off pretty well, but I thought we're trying to put positive vibes out there, so I've gone for a bit of a legend on your channel. I've gone for Kimchi the God.
Oh. That'd be amazing if you actually signed him. Well, we'll see him in the Tottenham bout. So,
well, I already know who I'm gonna go ahead and make my first signing here. I'm not gonna tell you who it is at all, but I have made a signing, which is good. I was a little bit worried about that, and we have 3.5 minutes to go, which is come around quickly.
I'm right now. I'm doing my usual, which I do in this. I'm like on Tinder. I'm just swiping right on everyone and seeing who responds back. If you see any super matches, it's go time.
Throw spaghetti at the wall until it sticks.
Yeah.
That's the game plan.
Young men, I'm looking at you. It's a numbers game.
Yeah. It's all about baseball. Not every swing's gonna be a home run, fellas.
Yeah. But if you swing enough, you know. Yeah.
Words to live by. Words to live by.
You swing enough, your penis will hit a home run eventually.
Eventually, you've got to hope.
Yeah. There's man. If a chubby Asian guy in Los Angeles can find love, there's hope for all you guys. The shallowest town on planet Earth. Come on, guys.
Speaking of love, I've just made my second signing. I don't know what that has to do with love, but I love how quick my business has been with 2.5 minutes to go. I've just brought in another player. Will I be able to afford a third one financially? I don't think I will be able to.
No, I don't know how much this man is worth. I'm just gonna give a random amount. Okay, I'll accept. I've made a foolish errand here, and I just have to keep going.
If I can get this done. If I can get this deal done for the guys watching, I'll be very impressed with myself.
How much time? Oh my god, we have 2 minutes left. All right, I was kind of cocky at the beginning, but now I'm feeling a little bit of the pressure.
Oh, come on, as if you don't want him. All right, that's not happening. 1:30.
What the?
Oh dear.
I don't think that was correct.
What
I tried to delegate this guy's, I almost said his name, to delegate this guy's wages, and it was something along the lines of like 300K a week, and I'm like, come on, man, you're not worth that much. That'll give you a slight clue on who it is.
Alright, I've definitely come into trouble. I've definitely struck a problem here because I can't think off the top of my head who I'll be able to get with the money I have left over.
Oh, I didn't even check how much money. We did do the 60. We did do the 60,000 though, or the 60% like upgrade. With less than a minute left, I hope you're in it, boy.
Oh, this isn't gonna work. This is not gonna work.
40 seconds. Maybe 5 minutes was too little. Come on.
Nah, 5 minutes was perfect because I had two positions I wanted to improve on, and I've improved on both of them. But now I thought I got a little bit of money left over, might be able to sign somebody else. But you know what? I'm just going to accept the fact that there's 20 seconds to go, and I'm not going to be able to sign another player. But I'm pretty happy with the business I have done. Some quality signings in there.
Oh my god, 14 seconds. I think I could get this one through. I've done it.
You've done it? How many?
Yes. Continue.
You've got 3 seconds to go.
I fucked up. Whoops.
What have you done?
Well, I can't. I can't say it because then that might affect. I just say that I had a player, came in, I delegated to it, and I just totally blanked on hitting accept to actually bring him in. I thought I had.
That's what I think it was Ches that did that, or maybe it was Ches or Masterbox. One of those guys completely stuffed up when they were about to sign somebody, and they clicked what do they click? They click reject offer instead of accept offer because they're under so much pressure.
Fatal blow.
One of them did it twice. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I fucked up too because I accidentally went into the negotiations animation. That cost me like a...
That's what he did. Yes, that's what he did.
That cost me a sexy 20 seconds.
You gotta think on your feet. You gotta anticipate every move and try to be one step ahead of the competition. B, how many signings did you end up making?
Oh, am I allowed to say?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you. I made 2 signings. I'm not telling you who I signed, but I made 2.
Fair. I also made 2 signings, good sir.
So that means that we got 3 guesses. So you can potentially get everybody you can get everybody that's signed and another one, like +1. So
yeah, that's true.
There's a lot more opportunities.
Mesut Ozil. Did you sign this player?
Did you sign Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang? I think so. So what we're going to do now, fellas, we're going to have a little bit of a thinking and see who we think the other person signed. That was some great grammar I just displayed there. It's too early in the morning for this stuff, D, but we're going to have a guess and see who the other opponent has brought in and then hopefully get them to release them. So we'll see you guys in a second. Alright, so we've gone ahead and had a little bit of a brainstorm. B found it a lot easier than I did, but we've got the players. B, you're the guest on the channel, so you can go first. Hold up the 3 players you think I have signed.
Boom.
Give us a talking through, run us through the players you think I signed, and I really hope you haven't got them because they're players that I normally wouldn't go for, so I'm interested to see if you guess them.
Okay. Well, I went pretty chalk. I noticed that there's kind of a hole in the left side of Arsenal, so I went Marco Reus to try to fill that void. Keeper is a little bit of a question mark, so I went the best discount keeper that you can get, and that is Buffon. And then I went for a decent center back that I think you can get at a pretty good price, and that is Thiago Silva.
Oh, you had me scared when you said a centre back, but you haven't got any of them correct. I was very happy when you said left midfielder because I changed my formation completely to the 4-2-2-2. So no wingers in the squad. I have brought in a centre midfielder, or more of a centre defensive midfielder, and a centre back. So I've brought in Hamšík from Napoli. And I have brought in a Premier League Team of the Season player, Nicolas Otamendi, as my centre back.
Ooh, spicy. Okay, I would have never guessed that one. I did have Hamšík on my own personal short list. And also, I have, like you, great minds think alike, went to the 4-2-2-2 formation.
That is a lot of respect to you, B. A lot of respect.
All right, now don't cheat. Don't change the names that were on your shit.
I'm not that quick at writing, but there we go. Back to front, I think, but oh well. So the 3 players I've gone for, all from La Liga.
Okay.
We got 1 centre back, 1 centre back, and 2 midfielders. So the 1 centre back, Sergio Ramos. The 2 centre midfielders, Sergio Busquets and Isco Disco.
Oh, okay. So 2 of those players were on my short list, and I actively went after Sergio Busquets, but I couldn't sign him.
Damn it.
You were correct in getting a La Liga center back, but instead of going for Sergio Ramos, I went for the cheaper alternative in Godin, and then the other signing that I had was Thiago Silva. So I went 2 center backs.
Okay, that's not a bad decision at all. I really thought Busquets was the one I was the most confident about when I wrote his name down. I was like, this is a B signing all over. This has B written all over it. But I'm angry that you didn't. I'm angry that you didn't get him into the club because that would have been quite a good moment. But anyways, fellas, both unsuccessful in bringing in our opponent or guessing our opponent's signings, but both made some pretty good signings in my opinion. We're now going to simulate to the end of the season and see, number 1, if any of us have won the Premier League or finished higher in the Premier League, but number 2, the wild card, see if we won the Champions League. So B, let's get simulating, mate.
Let's do it.
And that never, wasn't able to happen. So then I got put up in the, oh my God, I just got terminated.
You're not recording, but I am, and this shit is hilarious.
Oh my god.
A few moments later.
And if I make it past the 8th of April, do I win?
Yeah, I think so.
I've been terminated as well.
What? What? On what day?
No.
Hold up, I'm turning my recording back on. We don't have to worry about syncing up.
Okay.
Just quickly, fellas, for the next minute or so, my audio is a little bit off because I pressed record on my webcam again on my camera, but forgot to press record on my microphone, so you'll just have to deal with it for the next minute. I'm sorry, I was in a state. Alright, what date are you on, B?
How about you explain to the audience what has occurred, and then
Okay,
you
so
say
I've
you're...
kind of just like turned on all my recording software again. I pause it, like I'm sure like if you're a video, if you make YouTube content, you'd understand, but like I turn off my content when we're doing the simulation to make the file sizes smaller, but I had to turn it back on because unprecedented territory has just happened in the speed rebuilding series. Both competitors have been terminated. What? What is happening? How does this happen? B got it caught on footage when I got terminated. I was shocked. B, what date were you terminated on?
So I guess we should explain to the audience. So this is how it's gonna go now. Is whoever got fired first is the loser. Correct?
Yep.
I was fired in March, so
Yes! Yahoo!
but we were both in the Champions League, so there's like a Hail Mary here. If our Arsenals go on to win the Champions League, does that change anything?
I think we're gonna have to make that the case. If one of us, it is the wild card after all, so if one of us wins the Champions League, we're gonna try finding out how that happened, but if one of us wins the Champions League, we win the rebuild. But at the moment, the ball is on my court. We're throwing out the Premier League record. Well, that's out the window. Now it's all about the Champions League.
Also, you should tell the people when you got terminated.
I got terminated on the 8th of April, so
yeah,
a month after B. But that is absolutely ridiculous. And I'll say to B, Arsenal seem to be a very fire-happy club in career mode in FIFA 18, but obviously not in real life, considering how long they hung on to Arsene Wenger. But I'm going to accept it. Accept the termination. Alright, so you've just seen some absolute scenes unfold, fellas. None of us can win through the Premier League now. We've made that clear. So at the moment, the ball is in my court. Unless B has won the Champions League final, then I win this speed rebuild for getting sacked later. I can't believe I'm saying that. We both got sacked. One of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life on FIFA career mode. But B, let's both do it together. Let's go and have a look at the Champions League.
I do have a question for you though. Is where did you finish in the Premier League?
In terms of Arsenal?
Yeah, like where did Arsenal finish?
11th.
I also finished in 11th. Or Arsenal also finished in 11th. How many points did you have?
48.
Fuck. I had 47.
So I've taken you in that regard. I can reveal that I didn't make the Champions League final. I made the Europa League final and lost 1-0 to Chelsea.
All right, I'm looking at the Champions League. I didn't win Champions League. I didn't even make it into the round of 16.
Cheering! How good is that? Did you make the Europa League?
Yeah, let me see Europa League. Yeah, I lost in the round 16. It was just a spectacular shithouse.
So in other words, the cocky American has had the floor absolutely wiped with him. You got terminated in March. I got terminated in April. I finished 1 point ahead of you in the Premier League. You made the round of 16 of the Europa League. I made the final of the Europa League. So D, it feels weird saying this considering I've just been terminated, but you have lost.
This is like Bob Bradley levels of incompetence. This is pretty bad. Even for me.
Bob Bradley levels of failure.
I think this is the worst I've ever done in career mode, ever.
You know what? I'm gonna say the same.
Screen.
I'm gonna say the same. Even though I've won, I have just had an absolute nightmare of an episode. That was a weird one to record, but it's gonna go down in the history books. Lads, we're recording another one on B's channel with Spurs, and I hope that it is as spectacular as this one was. This one has just been an absolute, mind my French, but an absolute clusterfuck. There's no other way to describe it.
I just had a realization that I did a sim with FNG one time where I had nothing but 1 overalls on my entire team, and I lasted longer than I did with this Arsenal team.
Oh my god.
I didn't get terminated until like 3 weeks left in the season, and this one got terminated in March, so.
That was ridiculous. That was FIFA. There's no other way to describe it, just FIFA. I hope that the Spurs one is half as crazy as this one. As I said, go and check it out. B, a big thank you for you coming on the channel.
You're welcome. that we experienced this together. I feel like we have grown closer as two human beings after this experience.
I feel like I'm lost for words after that. I'm having trouble putting sentences together. I'm trying to think of words to say, but I'm just so confused about what happened. But we'll cut it off there. Thanks for watching, guys. It has been JarradHD here with another speed rebuild. I'm out. Peace.
Check out his merch.